know how to make job transition. After this session, we will have another long prepared speech for 25 minutes. Comes from Alex Lee. Everybody know that Alex is our previous district director, very senior member in Toastmaster. Before Alex come to the stage, we'd like to invite another beautiful lady in this room to be the individual evaluator. She likes swimming. She is an English teacher and at the same time an MBA student. She comes from Free Life Club. Who is she? Welcome, Vinci. Welcome, Vinci, to introduce the requirement for the project.
Oh, the situational leadership, and actually, I think it's the first time for me to be here and in Galaxy Club, and I need to evaluate Alex Lee. So I think, well, it's kind of pressure for me. Alex sent me some situational leadership, and actually it is a P15 requirement, and it actually needs the speaker to introduce the situation and the leadership's requirement. And I think the later part, after the speech, I will make more detailed response requirements. And for this situational leadership, actually for the audience, what you need to feel is that whether Alex will present you that kind of leadership will make you feel you're in a proper situation and how you feel about it. And it is a very good feedback for this speaker. So let's welcome.
Okay, so good evening, dear fellow members and our distinguished guests. Do you understand your leadership style? If you are a Toastmaster, maybe you can do the pathway level 2 project, understand your leadership style. Or if you are not a member, you may find out your leadership style in your work life. Yeah. So in 1969, King Blanchard and Paul Hesse put forward the management theory of situational leadership in organizational behavior management. So in the situational leadership, there are two variables which called the commitment and competence. Which means you may have high commitment or low commitment, or high competence or low competence. So with these two environments, you will have 4 development. For every member, you may insist D1 to D4. So as a beginner to the expert. So I will have a question for all of you. Please answer the question honestly. Do you think you are a beginner or an expert in your field?
Beginner.
Anyone? Wow, beginner. What other is expert?
Can you repeat the question?
Do you think you are maybe a beginner or an expert? From the freshman to a...
By different tasks.
Ah, yeah, no, you are an expert. So actually this question is a trick. No matter which state you choose, it depends, as Krista just mentioned. It depends on the specific task. So how to find out which state you are in? There is a diagnosis. That means SAM test. What is S? S means specific task. Maybe you are an expert in Toastmaster, but you are a freshman in cooking. Maybe you are an expert in cooking, but you are a freshman in maybe your work life. So, first thing, you need to specific your task. And second, you may have an ability assessment, and last is you need to have a motivational assessment. Now please just think about one specific task. I give you 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. So do you have any idea? Just think about only one task. Anything is okay. Yeah, anything, just think about one. Now, how to find out you are able to do this task? You have commitment. How? There are 4 questions help you to find out your competence in this field. T means what? T means, do you been trained to do this task? If you have been trained, you got 1 point. Next, do you understand and accept it as part of your job? If yes, you have 2 points now. Now, second, do you know what to do and how to do it? Can you explain it? If yes, you got another point. And the fourth question, do you have recent successful experience to doing this task? Now, every member, does anyone have 4 points in the task you just think about? Anyone? 3 or 4? Okay. So what the other member? Are you thinking a tough job? So if you have 3 or 4 points in this two assessment, you may have a high commitment in this task. If you have only 1 or 2, you may have low competence in this field. And the second is called the motivational assessment. So I also have WISC 4 questions for all of you. The first is, are you eager and willing to do this task? You have, wow, yes. I want to do it. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, great. Second is there something in it for you? Yeah, you have something. Oh, I want to do it.
Yes.
And third, are you secure in the knowledge that the process of task work? Third, do you feel you can succeed in this task? Does anyone have 3 or 4 points in this assessment? Anyone? You are so... Yeah. So does anyone have 1 or 2? So,
Yeah.
Wow. So how about other guys?
Yes.
Do you have a 0 or 5? Yeah.
We don't have team member.
Yeah, don't you? You are the team member. Just invent something. Yeah. Okay, so when you do the SAM test, now you will have the 4. No. Now, are you a beginner or an expert? Do you think from the D1 stage to the D4, what's the treatment will be like? Like this? Or like this?
Yeah.
For the commitment, competence, do you think what's the treatment will be like?
High, but no.
Yes, of course. From a beginner to expert, your competence will improve.
Yeah.
And for the commitment, what is it? Whoa, just like a heartbeat. Yes, from the very beginning to tough job. Oh, yes, that's the difference. Now let's start from the D1 stage. Do you think what is the competence and the commitment of the D1 stage member? What's the competence?
Dare
Dare.
to challenge.
Dare to challenge? Oh, actually you can see that. Yes. So for the competence, yeah. Maybe it's a new job or a new task in your work life. Yeah. You are lack experience. And you don't know. You didn't know. You think you have enough, but you didn't know.
Mm.
And for the commitment, you're very eager to do something. Yeah, because it's your first job and you want to do it well. You are full of energy and you're full of confidence. So for the D1 stage member, you are a high commitment, but I'm sorry to say that you are a little low competence. And now I would like to invite some member to do a role play. Let's find out which leadership style will help you to lead your team member, like this guy. So anyone wants to be the volunteer?
Me.
One more. I need one more. Oh, okay, Eva.
Yeah.
Okay, so Eva, you just pretend to be a D1 stage member, team member. You are a team leader, but you didn't know she is a beginner. So you have 2 minutes to find out which stage she is in and help to lead she to do some task. 2 minutes for you. 2.
Who goes first?
Anyone, just 2 minutes for you and design her a tough job.
Okay.
Here.
So Eva, hey, you are the new teachers now, right? In our primary school. How was your class just now?
Actually, I'm a middle school leader.
Okay. Middle school. Okay, our middle school.
New task. Can you repeat your question? I'm so nervous. I can't.
How was your class? So you just end of your first class. Okay.
Oh, okay. Actually, my class, the student feel very good to at the class, but later after the class, they just don't want to finish the homework. I'm so confused. So in order to ask them to learn, and I just try to think a lot of ways. And for example, I will take their after the class and the bell of the class ding 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 ding, and they want to take their school bag and back home, and I will say don't go, and then I will take their school bag at my office, and you should read this one, and then you can go home. I'm so confused. I have no ways to ask them to finish the homework. Reading, just speak out the sentence. They don't want to do.
Okay.
Do you have some ways?
So what's your teaching role?
Teaching role?
Goals.
Just ask them to read out the sentence and the words. Just enough.
So this is the one of the ways to achieve some goals, right? So what's your goals to ask them to do so?
Actually, my goal is to let them not so afraid of English and interested in learning English.
Okay, so do you know any methods to inspire them to study English better?
I
To
try.
fall in love with
I
English?
ask them. When I go to the class and I play music. I even play movies sometimes. They feel very happy at that time.
So maybe my task for you is to ask more experience from other senior teachers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so as a fresh new teacher in your
Middle school.
middle school, so are you satisfied with your leader's guidance? So what happened?
Because I don't think Sandra are in situation. I don't think she can understand my situation.
She didn't understand your situation. So what you did? What you did?
I asked her question. I want to know whether she know the essential problem.
Yeah. So what you
But not only.
So what have you find?
I think the target is too confine.
I think your question is also too confined.
Alright.
雞同㗎。
You know, one speak Mandarin, one speak Cantonese. So, dear member, dear audience, do you have any suggestion for the new team leader to help her to guide her new member? Any suggestion from our senior member?
Yes. To speak more specifically, for example, use 6W 2H skills. 6W 2H. 6W. That means what, when, where, why, blah blah blah. And then H. H is how many, how and how many, how much, how long.
To help specific task and to help them.
Principal. I want to say leader，你讲得很好，下次不要这样。
Wait for me. So, as a fresh new member, what's your lead in your situation when you are a new beginner? What's your lead?
You mean my job or me?
Yeah, in this task. Yeah, if you are a new beginner in this field, what's your lead?
Get things done.
Yeah. What's your requirement?
Actually, I think I need some very good
Good.
guy, maybe some expert too. That means someone who is very experienced and lead me to do something step by step, follow him or her.
Okay, so
A very specific
very
guidance.
specific guidance, very detailed guidance.
For example, now I go to the new school and I go to listen to experienced teachers day by day. Yes,
Just
I
like
just
a mentor.
imitate their class at first, and then I will use some very useful method to my class because not all the methods are suitable for my class. Yes.
Okay, so thank you to best actors. Okay, thank you for our input. So as a new beginner, what's the lead for the first D1? You have a lot of, for the team leader, you must to have some motivation to your team member. Yeah. And to give them specific goal and a specific standard and something like this, a lot of things, very detailed things for your team member. Yes. So for this leadership style means high guidance and no support. What's the objective of this leadership style? You to help your team member to build the competence. Yeah. Tell them how to do it, because they are lack experience. They didn't know how to do it. And also, you need to give them very detailed what to do, how to do, when.
6W2H.
Yeah, 6W2H, very detailed support guidance. Yeah. So for the situation leadership, actually there are two variables. One is people, one is business. For the people, which means the willingness to help your team member have high commitment. That means focus on the people. And also you need to focus on the business. So you have two hands. One hand is focused on your member, one is focused on the business. So in this supportive behavior, what you should do? You may have a lot of things like this. you need to have a lot of communication and to listen your team member what he or she need your guidance, and also help them to involve them to do the decision. That's the some behavior. Yes. Support, communicate, and interactive, and also active listening and give feedback. For the business, you may have some sense. Yes. You need to set the team goal and tell them 6W2H. Of course, you need to monitor it and to have a performance assessment. So that's these two things. Now you have know how to lead your member like a D1 when they have a high commitment but no competence. Now I think you are all senior member. You are very smart. Now for the D2, D3, D4, do you have any idea how to lead the team member like this? Oh no. For the for the D1, high guidance, no support. For the D2 member, what you will do? They have some commitment, high commitment, but no competence. Low commitment, high competence.
Motivate them.
Motivate them. That means high supportive.
Yeah, high support.
High support.
Low guides.
No guide.
No, high
Actually, for this means coach leadership style. High guidance and high support. Why? When you are a D2 member team member, which means you have a lot of experience, but the task may be a little tough. You didn't have enough commitment. Now you have helped them to find out the answer because they are experienced. Coach them. So for the D3, they have high commitment, but the willingness is not stable. What you should do?
High support.
Yeah, high support, no guidance. They have low. They know how to do it.
They don't have the...
If you are a D3 member, do you want your team leader to help you how to do it?
No. Don't teach
Wow,
me.
you are all T3 member in your field. Yeah, don't teach me how to do something. Yes.
Just give me money. I will do that.
Wow, you are a boss. So for the D4, how? Yeah, no support and no guidance. Why? Because they are high competence, high.
You're Superman.
Yes, they are Superman. Just give me money. I will do everything you want me to do. No money.
Toastmaster.
Yeah, in Toastmaster. No money, you will do everything. But do you think you will follow this principle? No. So if no, what will happen? If
So
no,
yes.
what will happen? Do you think if you have a team member just in T1 stage, you want, wow, you are an experienced man, you have high commitment, so no support, no guidance, just do it. What will happen? Well, if you are a D4 level team member, you want to tell them how to do it, how to be a good man. What will happen? Yeah, they will have two, which is over supervision. Yeah, over supervision for the D3 or D4 level member. If you do it like a new beginner, you will over supervision. So for the D1 and D2, what will happen? Lack supervision. They will not do the job well because they lack experience. And all in all, what is the core message of situational leadership? Now let's back to the first question at the beginning. Do you think which leadership style can help you to lead your team to be success? Which?
Oh,
Yeah, the core message is low burst leadership style, but only suitable situation leadership is the best. Situation ability is best. So I hope all of you can learn from this workshop and help you to lead your team member to be success. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Alice. Very wonderful. It's not a prepared speech. It's definitely a workshop.